Hey, what's to YouTube fam? It's your girl TK, and it has been a couple days since I've been online, but that is okay, honey. When I tell you I have been getting documents together and trying to put my own case together and resubmit it in court, you better believe it, honey. I am trying to understand this assignment, but that's okay because it's really not about me today. I just wanted to give you guys a synopsis of what's been going on with me. Today, we're going to be talking Donald Trump. We're going to be talking Carroll, and we're going to be talking court cases surrounding Donald Trump. Now, number uno, I want you guys to understand something. When I think about the 45th president of the United States, one of the things that kind of terrifies me, it's like really a horror story in my heart, is to hear that he is being alleged of rape. You know, raping a woman in a retail store. And he is right now running for re-election. But what is really a thriller to me is not only is he alleged of rape, he's alleged of sleeping around with a porn star as a married man. You know, this is something that we need to take into consideration when we think about Mr. Donald Trump. He's alleged of being a part of an indictment, which is not really an allegation. It's reality. But there's not just one indictment, not the one that's just happening with the porn star in New York, but there's also a number two. It's a deuce one out there. There's the, allegations regarding Georgia and how he was trying to fix, votes for himself. And so it's just a lot going on with Donald Trump that we need to really be paying attention to. We need to gravitate to and look at the facts, And it's just really at this point, when I think about the people that's still out there trying to hold his hand, believe in him, using that MAGA word to, basically say that he is the best candidate, it's just a thriller. There's not other candidates out there with a nice resume that can do the job just as well as Donald Trump. But that's neither here nor there. Today, I want you guys to understand something. Today, I wanted to go over this article with you guys that I saw that was definitely getting interesting. I don't know if you realize it, but they were out here, Donald Trump actually, he was out here asking a judge for a mistrial. My question to you today is, have you heard about it? Now, before I get into all this conversation regarding a mistrial, I wanted to give you a definition of what mistrial means. Now, a mistrial occurs in two ways. Now, we're going to go over the first way. The first way is when a jury is unable to reach a verdict and there must be a new trial with a new jury. That's number uno. But there's also a second way to request a mistrial. The second way is when there is a serious procedural error or misconduct that would result in an unfair trial, and the judge adjourns the case without a decision on the merits and awards a new trial. Now, to hear that a judge is actually out here saying, Donald, we're not going to give you a mistrial. We're not going to, pacify you. It's definitely giving interesting because, this number uno is the 45th president of the United States. When you hear about, the power that this man has, the power on people. Hell, he caused January 6th insurrection. That's how much people believed in him. They believed in him so much, they basically stormed the U.S. Capitol. That is just so amazing to hear, in my opinion. Anyhow, guys, just to hear that they're not going to babysit him is interesting. Now, I saw this article on CNBC, or is it CNBC? I want to make sure I'm getting it correct. Actually, yeah, it's CNBC.com. So if you ever want to go back, you can look at it. Now, and basically, like big, bold letters, it says here that judge denies Trump's request for mistrial and Carroll's rape defamation case. Now, what I wanted to share with you guys is some key points that I thought was very much so giving interesting. Now, number one, it says that Trump's attorney had alleged that the federal judge in the case had made pervasive unfair rulings against the ex-president. Now, of course, his attorney is going to say that things are going to be unfair for him. But let's face it, this man, he's basically been walking around doing what the fudge he's won. He has not been held accountable for X, Y, or Z. And just to hear that they're saying that these rulings are just basically unfair to Donald Trump. Come on, get out of here. You know I don't believe that. You know, there's just no. It's just too much that Donald Trump has been, he's done. And although I know I need to just be looking at this specific case, there's no unfairness with this man. This man has been doing what he's wanting to do thus far. And yeah, I call on that statement bullcrap. Number two, another key point that I thought was interesting was that they said here that the mistrial request came after Carroll testified that Trump raped me and shattered my reputation. Now, at this point, when it comes to Donald Trump and just hearing about what he's able to do to shatter someone's reputation, it's kind of believable. Again, I hate to remind you guys about a different case, but January 6th insurrection, it definitely shows that he has power. He has power within, these corporations to just ruin someone's life, livelihood, how they pay their bills and stuff. And honestly, Miss E. Jean Carroll is definitely in my prayers. I hope everything works out for her. And I hope her story is, number one, her reality, her truths. And I'm happy to hear that she is able to tell them in detail. Anyhow, guys, what do you guys think about this? He's asking for a mistrial, saying that, basically the judge is basically being unfair. And he basically asked for that mistrial right after E. Jean Carroll said that she was raped. And he's trying to ruin her reputation. It's a lot of bull crap when it comes to Donald Trump. Anyhow, I wanted to read a little bit of this article with you guys, and we'll go from there. Now, it says in this article, a federal judge on Monday denied former President Donald Trump's request for a mistrial and writer E. Jean Carroll's civil rape and defamation case against him, allowing her testimony to resume. Trump's attorney, Joe, asked for a mistrial hours earlier in an 18-page letter accusing Judge Lewis Kaplan of making pervasive unfair rulings against the former president. Joe argued that Kaplan mischaracterized evidence in Carroll's favor, bolstered her testimony, and wrongly sustained objections from Carroll's lawyers that hampered his questioning of the witnesses. The attorney asked that if Kaplan does not grant a mistrial, he correct the record for each and every instance in which the court has mischaracterized the facts of this case to the jury and give Trump's lawyers greater latitude during cross-examination. It's just so interesting that this attorney is actually asking for greater latitude and then saying that, Donald Trump is basically the one who's, need the pity party, basically, in a synopsis. This man he was the 45th president. This woman is a writer, Of course, people are going to gravitate towards him because he's a politician. He's the one who's, basically in the White House, the main man. People are going to watch what he does, And it takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of courage for E. Jean Carroll to tell her story. Anyhow, I'm going to read this last little sentence and we'll go from there. It says here that Carroll returned to the witness stand in federal court in Manhattan on Monday after Kaplan denied the request. In her testimony last week, Carroll said, "Trump raped me and shattered my reputation." Again, it takes guts for her to tell this story. It takes guts for her because she was losing readers because, she is a publisher. And she's basically losing viewers because of Donald Trump. It's definitely unfortunate. It's unfortunate what she's going to go through. But it takes, it takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of courage to tell her story. So, With that being said, I wish her much luck, and I look forward to seeing what's going to happen with Donald Trump, what's going to happen with this case, the rape, the case that's dealing with the porn star. There's so many cases, he's also being investigated regarding his taxes, as well as, dealing with Georgia. Is he going to be indicted? Would there be a second indictment? It's so much going on regarding Donald Trump. It's egregious. It's an abuse, and, it shouldn't be happening. I think that there's other resumes out there. There's other qualified candidates that the American people should be looking at. And it should be sinful. It should be sad. It should be seen as a thriller that they're still looking at Donald Trump, saying that he is the MAGA that's going to make America great again, when all he has done thus far is destroyed livelihood, destroyed individuals, stormed the U.S. Capitol, and caused an embarrassment in the United States. Period. Anyhow, with that being noted, it's been a couple days. I missed you guys. And if you guys are interested in anything that I'm doing, you can always check me out on my community tab or Instagram. I'm always on there, either or, posting up, telling you guys something about what I'm up to. Anyhow, peace, love, and happiness, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I guess I'll holler at you guys later. Bye.